I have to start this video by saying I really love Star Wars, I do. But boy do I hate Haslab. Why does a multi-million-dollar company need to crowdfund fully prototyped, fully articulated, fully painted figures? Who knows? Probably to squeeze exorbitant amounts of money out of customers purely out of fabricated exclusivity and the fear of missing out. Don't think about it too much or Hasbro will have to explain themselves. That's a whole rant for another time, but to stay on topic, let's talk about the Rancor debacle. Honestly, this was not for me. I totally get that there are people out there that genuinely wanted a Rancor, and that's awesome. This video is probably not the droid you're looking for though, as my thoughts towards this entire Haslab project are not kind to say the least. Every single thing about this Haslab was wrong. The price was far too high. The tier rewards were mediocre, boring, and lazy. And for me, the Rancor was a terrible choice to get people jazzed up to drop $350 without majorly impressive tier rewards and design. Why was Slave Leia not a reward? God knows we'll never see her in stores again. Isn't this the perfect opportunity to re-release a figure with a new sculpt that directly ties into what fans think of when picturing Jabba's palace? Many people have mentioned Ula, which I agree with. I'm not personally jonesing for an Ula, but then again, I'm not jonesing for a Rancor either. I do think that she would have made a far better reward as she is an extremely rare character, is associated with the Rancor, and isn't the 45th Luke Skywalker in this god-forsaken line of toys. Here's a side rant for you. Why is there a Luke Skywalker repack in every single Black Series wave? I understand that he's the main hero, but he doesn't have the appeal of someone like Spider-Man. Spider-Man has an almost endless line of costumes to choose from, and every now and then, you could go back and re-release his classic costume to get it back on shelves. Luke has about 3 distinct looks: Pilot, Jedi, and Tatooine. He does not need those 3 costumes re-released to the point of nausea. It's like a running joke to see how the same exact Luke that was released 3 months ago will somehow be revealed again as if it's totally new. They actually made him the top tier reward? Are you kidding me? Why on earth would I want this? If Hasbro has taught me anything, it's that if you wait 3 months, they'll release that same exact Luke for a second or third time.
Cool to add the heat, and you've got too many cooks, 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 too many cooks.
I'm bad, and I'm better than ever.
I think the most ridiculous part of this entire Haslab was the fact that if 8,500 actual individual people really did back this thing, and not 3,000 actual individual people with the other 5,000 being Hasbro's partners, online retailers, and various other customers, then why didn't they just extend the deadline to boost it up another 500 backers? It makes no sense. It's as if they wanted to spite the people who actually wanted the Rancor because of the people who were bashing it online. In the end, they screwed the fans of the project and rewarded the people who wanted it to fail. My tinfoil hat theory that isn't so far-fetched is that Hasbro doesn't even want to produce the bare minimum tier on these things. They want 25,000 people on every single Haslab project, otherwise it's not worth it. There's a huge difference between producing the toy and just the toy for the absolute bare minimum of backers set to even make the thing, and producing that toy and clearing out your warehouse of useless shovelware shit that you called rewards, plus a good 10,000 people or so. If 9,000 people backed this, that's $3,150,000. Now, say over 19,000 people backed it for the Luke tier. Let's say 25,000 people hypothetically backed this. That's $8,750,000. That is a huge difference in money, and I guarantee you that most of that is profit at this stage. They already tooled the entire figure. That's the expensive part. They simply do not want to produce the figure if it doesn't reach a massive threshold. That's the only thing I could think of. If they kept it up for 30 more minutes it would have funded. But they didn't, because they didn't want to. 9,000 backers was a shoo-in in their minds, but when it became abundantly clear that that would be all they got, this project was dead in the water. They don't want some money, they want all of it. They are a business that acts like, fans come first. Money comes first. It comes second, third and fourth too. The worst part of all of this is the fact that on the next livestream, just wait for it, they will throw backhanded comments at fans as if to totally absolve themselves of the complete disaster comedy show they just put on for this Haslab. If you don't believe me, look at the douchebag over at the Marvel team. Does this face scream I love my job or what? They will act like petty children who didn't get the toy they wanted, but the joke's on them, because we, the fans, didn't get the toy we wanted, and promptly told them where to stick theirs. Alright, I'm done. Thanks for listening. It's time to shout out this video's sponsor, some effin' 90s guy. Not only did he make the wonderfully hysterical intro you saw, he's also sending tips to our favorite Twi'lek over on TeePublic. If all that money you saved is just burning a hole in your pocket after the fall of the Haslab menace, head on over to Instagram and TeePublic to give that moolah to Ula, and some effin' 90s guy. Until next time.